coming in. I'm going to start the introductions and we're going to start today's webinar. So I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. So first of all, Polo, tell us who you are, where you're from and what your prize is today, please.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Polo. I will be representing the state of Yucatan in Mexico, southeastern Mexico. I'll be coming at the end of the presentation, and the price is a £50 voucher, Amazon voucher, or equivalent in US dollars. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Polo. We're looking forward to seeing your presentation. We've also got Nicola. Nicola, welcome. It's your first webinar that you yourself have done with us, so we won't bite too much. But welcome.
Thank you. Thanks, Sarah. I'm delighted to be here. So I'm Nicola Smith. I'm based in the Global Sales Office for Jumeirah Hotels and Resorts. So I'm looking after all 26 hotels in the portfolio. For today, I'll just be touching on one, which is Jumeirah Bali. Our prize is a £50 voucher to a shop of your choice.
Super. Thank you very much, Nicola. 26 hotels. Wow, that's a lot to remember.
Exactly.
Excellent. So looking forward to seeing your presentation. Nicola's going in the middle. And now I'm going to hand over to Andrea to introduce herself and start her presentation. So Andrea, welcome.
Hello, my name is Andrea Hogg, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the Grove Resort and Water Park in Orlando, Florida. And my prize today is a £50 or equivalent Amazon voucher. So I'm just going to share my screen and hopefully it'll start the presentation. Can you all see my screen?
Yep, just waiting for it to go into presenter mode. Here we go. All good.
So, yeah, I'm going to talk to you about the Grove Resort and Water Park, which is in Orlando, Florida. For those of you who may not be familiar with Orlando, the resort is just off the 192. It takes probably about half an hour to 40 minutes from the airport to get to the resort. And it's in a quiet location. So we do tend to recommend that you have a car because there aren't really restaurants and bars that you can walk to from the resort. So we do recommend a car. However, I know car hire is very expensive at the moment, so you can get Ubers quite easily. We do offer free transportation as well to the Disney Transportation Centre, where you can get coaches then to all the different parks at Disney. And we also do them to Universal Studios and SeaWorld. So it's not imperative to have a car, but it's just handy if you do have one. And as you can see from the map, we're only 3 miles from Disney. So we've got a really great location. The great thing about the Grove Resort, I think, is that you could really go there and not be in Orlando and have all that, you've still got all the great entertainment of the parks, but you could still have a fantastic holiday even if you don't actually go into the parks, because the resort has so much to offer. One of the key things, and we've really seen a pickup of this since COVID, is that, families, they want that extra space, and they're after 2 and 3 bedroom suites. And this is what the resort offers. It's got a fully equipped kitchen, washer dryer, and another nice feature, it's got a screened balcony as well. So in the cooler months, you can actually sit and watch the world go by from your balcony. And like I was saying, it is a resort in itself. We've got 3 swimming pools. We've got a lake, which has got activities on there, family fun centre, with glow-in-the-dark golf. That we no longer have the spa, but we've got a fitness centre as well. But our key selling point really is that we have the Safari Water Park, and I'll go into a bit more detail in a moment on that as well. So just to, showcase the image at the top is what, a standard room that you might get in Orlando. And I'm trying to showcase here all the extra space that you do get in one of our 2 bedrooms. This is a standard 2 bedroom, but we also have a family one, which in the 2nd bedroom, we have the 2 separate beds as well. And these will sleep 6 people. We then have the 3 bedrooms with 2 bathrooms. And you can see the size of them. These all have the king and queen and then double beds. And then we've got a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. So I'm just going to play you a short video that I found on YouTube, which hopefully will work, and which just brings it to life a little bit more, the room and the space of the rooms. Hopefully it'll work.
If you're looking for a comfortable and clean, family-friendly hotel or resort stay in Orlando for your next getaway, I highly recommend checking out the Grove Resort and Water Park. We recently had the pleasure of staying in one of their spacious 3-bedroom suites, and it was perfect for our family. I mean, check out the space. Fully equipped kitchen, full-size washer and dryer, which is perfect for families on the go. This affordable 3-bedroom suite comes not with 1, but 2 full bathrooms. Check out how spacious these 2 guest bedrooms are. Both rooms have comfortable queen beds, their own televisions, and plenty of storage space. And depending on where your suite is located, you may have a nice view of the Safari Water Park, which is included in the cost of your stay. You might even get a glimpse of the pool or even Lake Austin. Now, this living room was nice to lounge in. It has a large table perfect for family dinners, and this comfortable couch converts into a bed. So this suite can accommodate up to 8 people. There's also a screened-in porch right off the living room. Now, the master bedroom was my favorite. It comes with a king bed, plenty of storage, and just look at this bathroom with a separate water closet, soaking tub, and shower. We really enjoyed our stay at the Grove and highly recommend it to those visiting Orlando.
So hopefully that gives you an insight to the size of the, the room products that we have. And then just going on to the facilities, the Springs pool, this is our main pool area. Here you can, just chill out. We do activities around the pool as well. We've got a cinema that we put up in the evenings. So it's a great spot if you don't want to go to the water park. And then, like I was saying, the Safari Water Park, this is our key selling point, really. We've got these 2 water slides. We've got a kids activity pool, lazy river. We've got the flow rider. There is a charge attached to that, but again, it it does attract a lot of the kids in particular who just want to have a go. And I've got a quick video which I'll just see if I can. So this is Flip Flops, which is a family fun centre. I sort of call it, a parent's nightmare, because there's all arcade games here and the kids can spend hours and hours just having a lot of fun, and they can win little prizes as well. But it can get them out of the sun, during the heat of the day, and they can meet new friends. So it is a great place for, the children. Then we have Lake Austin, where we have you can do fishing, or you can hire these kayaks, or we've got some other types of boats that you can hire out. So again, that's another great option for families. We also have an activity centre. Here we try and encourage parents to come with their children to do the activities. It's not like a kids club. We don't have a kids club, but you can do different activities at the activity centre as well. And then restaurant wise, there is a Walmart about 10 minutes up the road, so you can get all your provisions from the Walmart. We do have alfresco market dining, or a market really, which does wines, it does breakfast, you can get pizzas, hot dogs, that sort of thing. So if you don't want to cook yourself, you can just grab something quick here. Longboat Bar and Grill is at the Safari Water Park, and here they do very large portions. I ended up splitting mine with my husband because they were just so big, but that's another option for during the day. And then the Valencia restaurant does breakfast, lunch and dinner. And then you've got the Springs Bar and Grill as well, which does lunch and drinks in the evening. So there's quite a lot of choice as well for dining. The other nice feature of the resort as well is the car parking. You actually park on the same level as where your suite is. So it does mean that it's undercover. So, and if you've got tired children at the end of the day, you don't have to go, far to take your child from the car to your suite. New for 2024, and I think these are opening May, June time, are the terraces, and I'm going to see if this plays. I'll speed through some of it because of time, because a lot of it is just similar to what I've already showed you, but I just want to show these are going to be studios and one bedrooms. So we're really targeting more like couples with this product. So if I say it's going to be open May, So basically, like I said, they're targeting couples, and you will be able to use all the facilities of the main resort as well. And they're just at the side of the main building. So it's just something fresh that's coming May and June time. In terms of just summarising why you should book the Grove for your clients, we've got these spacious 2 and 3 bedroom suites. We've got the water park. We're just minutes from Disney. We've got a whole host of resort activities that with an animation team. We've got the Family Fun Centre, Lake Austin, an activity centre, fitness centre, and the terraces as well. To get more information, I am the UK rep, but it doesn't matter where you are, you can always contact me. That's my email address. I also use a platform called MyHablo, which is www.myhablo, and if you follow me, then you can get all fact sheets and things like that off there, and images, and you can download some of these videos. So we're sold by most of the tour operators in the UK, and in other parts of the world you should be able to get us on the bed banks. And that is me done.
Thank you very much, Andrea. You've made me want to go to Florida and go on those slides on the water and spend some time in the fire pit. So a big thank you for that presentation. Any questions you've got for Andrea, please pop them into the Q&A and mention Andrea's name, and we will go through them towards the end. So we're now leaving the sunny coast of Florida. We're hopping across to Bali on the opposite side of the world. We've got the beautiful Jumeirah, Bali, and we've got Nicola. It's all yours.
Perfect. Thanks, Sarah. So I'm just going to share my screen, and we will whisk you over to the beautiful island of Bali. So for those of you that don't know me, as I mentioned earlier, I'm based in London, very grey and miserable London today, but I'm going to whisk you over to Jumeirah, Bali. So as a brand, a lot of people know Jumeirah Hotels and Resorts for our properties in the UAE, particularly in Dubai. And that's a great twin centre with this particular destination. But what I wanted to kind of touch on is what you know about our other properties, and what also makes us stand out in this beautiful island. So with Jumeirah as a brand, each of the hotels in the collection have their own personality, they have their own special, unique qualities. But what connects all the hotels together are these three brand pillars. So it's offering service beyond expectation, it's offering signature dining experiences, and striking architecture and design. And just by looking at this screen, you can see the way that the resort has been designed. You really feel like you're in the destination that you're meant to be in, and that's how you feel when you arrive into Indonesia and into Jumeirah, Bali. So this is one of the villas, which I'll talk through shortly. But Jumeirah, Bali was actually meant to open in 2020, but there's a small thing that happened in the world that meant everything stood still for a period of time. But this meant that the hotel opening didn't open until 2022, and I think this is the first Jumeirah property that actually opened, and it had full lush vegetation. So if you know any new hotels that open, there's obviously some, things that kind of not quite ready and the vegetation isn't where it should be. But this hotel, even though it was open 2 years later, it felt like a very established hotel, brand new, and all the team was established there as well. Now, the history of this particular property is based on a water palace theme. So you see that when you walk through the hotel, and obviously the views that you see. And this probably has some of the best sunsets in Uluwatu area, which is where we're located. And you really feel, as I mentioned, that you are based in Bali and not anywhere else in the world. And that's the charm of it. And it does have a very romantic feel, but this is a great property for people that are traveling, especially as a family, and as I'll talk through the accommodation. Now, the hotel is all one level, which is great for your families, and we're in all villa properties. So we have 123 villas, and we're cliff face, so we are not on a beach, but we have direct access down into Dreamland Beach. So a great location, especially for those families that want to go to the beach. Dreamland Beach, if you are aware, it is the sea is slightly rougher, but obviously it's still a great area for you to go and explore with your, for families and also your clients. So we do have a quite traditional look and feel of the hotel, but as I mentioned earlier, one of our brand pillars is being striking architecture, and you definitely have that with this particular property. But you've also got the intricate details, the traditional carvings, statues, pools and fountains. And I think with Bali being such a spiritual destination, you definitely feel that from the moment you arrive at this particular property. Now, in terms of location, we're located in the Uluwatu area, which is in the southwest coast of Bali. So it's an all villa property, as I mentioned. And we, in terms of our location, we're in some great areas to kind of explore Bali. And I think if you're selling Bali as a destination, we would obviously like our clients to come to us and have a longer stay at the hotel. But we do realise that, Bali is sold as part of a bigger itinerary, a tailor-made experience. So I'd always recommend Jumeirah Bali to be at the end of a bigger itinerary, because we're the closest to the airport, and it will give you that true R&R experience for your families as well as your couples and honeymooners as well. Now, in terms of the villas, as I mentioned earlier, we are 123 villas. We have 1 and 2 bedroom configurations, and we also have the 4-bedroom option as well. So in terms of family accommodation, we work really well. We've got 2-bedroom connecting options. So we have the 2-bedroom garden villa, the 2-bedroom ocean villa as well. And that means that you have 2 pools as well. So all of the villas have their own private pool. And then we also have the main hotel swimming pool, which is available there. Being with Jumeirah and our service being, beyond expectations, we have an amazing personal butler service here as well. So that's something to remember for your clients. And it's that true Balinese experience and that personalized service. So as much as you know about your customers, that you can share, whether it's a special occasion, whether it's a family just spending moments together, any information that you can give us that helps us to really kind of create a special moment within the hotel. Now, I won't go through all the different room types, but I just wanted to show you some of the look and feel of the accommodation that we have. So as I mentioned, all the villas have private pools, and you'll have views based on the garden, or you can obviously see the ocean, so the Indian Ocean, which you can see here. So as I mentioned, you feel like you're in Bali. The look and feel is, you know, that high-end luxury. You've got the intricate details of the design. You can see closer here, you've got the details. You feel like you're in the middle of the in the middle of Indonesia. So as you go through, you have different room types, and you have different views. So as I mentioned, garden and ocean options, but we've got different types. So this would be the Premier Garden Villa, so slightly bigger. We have the Sunset Villa as well, as the Ocean Villa. So just going to scroll through some of these images so you can get a look and feel for the hotel as well. And I mean, the views are amazing. And as I mentioned at the beginning, there's some, you know, we're in the best sunset location. And in coming to our F&B options, again, we're taking that experience into the restaurant and dining experience. So we have amazing cuisine. This is kind of the image that you can see here is a casa. So this is our kind of restaurant and bar. So it's perched particularly on the cliff top. You've got stunning views. We have a resident DJ here, a mixologist. So it's a very cool, trendy vibe here, as well as an amazing sunset lounge. And we offer cuisine, which is covering Asian, Balinese, so a real mixture of the local culture that comes through on this particular property. And again, just showing you some of the amazing views. I mean, I can imagine myself here with a nice glass of rosé peering out to the beautiful sunset. In keeping with the destination and obviously the spiritual side of Bali, the great thing about this particular property is something we have across all of the properties is our Talis Spa. So this is our brand of wellness and leisure. So if you're familiar with Jumeirah as a brand, each of the spas keep in with the local culture, the local tradition. So while we kind of take some of those elements from kind of our heritage, you know, with traditional Turkish hammam, for example, we really incorporate the spiritual side. So we have a collection of treatments. One includes moon therapy. So again, really incorporating that into the experience. Obviously, this is for more of an adult experience, but obviously that we do cater for families. So we do keep the kids entertained elsewhere. We have an amazing fitness centre. And as I mentioned, not only do the villas have their own private pool, we have 3 stunning infinity pools around the resort as well. So you're not kind of restricted on where you can find a little spot, relax and enjoy the beautiful surroundings. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we do work well for families, and we have an amazing kids club here. Each of the kids clubs are different, but again, we have different activities for age appropriate. But what we also do is really incorporate the local culture. So we have Balinese dress up, we have local musical instruments that we bring into it. And also we encourage very creative play that you've got here as well. So a point to note on the families, so children 3 and under, stay and eat complimentary. We give a 50% discount for children 4 to 11, and then 12 and over would be classed as an adult, just to give you an idea of our price points here. But the great thing is you can do, you know, there's lots of activities for guests to do. And obviously while the kids are being entertained in the kids club, it gives the adults time to sit back, relax in the spa and enjoy some quality time. Now, as I mentioned, being in Bali, we're in a unique location. And I think it's key to point out that obviously where we're located, we're in a great location for marine life and different types of species. We also have an amazing art scene, which is based here. And, you know, for more details of how to incorporate that into the experience, we have an amazing concierge team that can really kind of give you ideas to share with your clients and what there is to see and do in and around the destination. Now, as I mentioned, we're Jumeirah Bali. We're located in the Uluwatu area. We opened in April 2022, so we're still a relatively new hotel, but we look forward to welcoming your clients to stay with us at Jumeirah Bali. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nicola. I think everybody's out in Bali with you at that moment, imagining the beautiful views and having a cocktail. So yeah, great presentation. If you've got any questions for Nicola, please pop them into the Q&A with a note that it's for Nicola. So you've got lots of love hearts. Everybody loves you, Nicola. So thank you very much. Okay, Polo, are you there?
I am here. I am here. Hello, everyone.
Good.
Thank you. Fabulous. It looks everything. It looks beautiful. So thank you very much. Now we will be traveling back to the Americas. We're going to Mexico. Let me, to start with, I will share a video. Let me see if I can make this work, just to give you an overview of the destination I will be presenting today, the state of Yucatan. Yeah, here you go. Perfect. So there you have a quick overview of the state of Yucatan. So now let me just share my presentation here. Yeah, so today I will try to convince you why this destination is a perfect destination for families in particular. As you saw in the video, there's a lot of activities, all related to nature, of course. There's a very important cultural aspect, of course, because we are here in the center of the Mayan world, at least of the Mexican Mayan world. So a lot of opportunities also to combine with some cultural activities also for children and for the adults as well. So first things first, where we are located. So we are right at the center of the peninsula with the same name, the peninsula of Yucatan, the Yucatan Peninsula. The state of Yucatan is this area that is inland, so west of the very popular destination of the Mexican Caribbean, where you can find all these big names such as Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, and all those places that are located on the neighboring state of Quintana Roo. That's the Mexican Caribbean. Well, we are west of that area. We are inland, but we also have a very nice coast to the north that we will see at the end of this presentation. So that means that this destination is very easily to combine, can be easily combined with these very popular destinations on the Caribbean coast, whether it's for a day trip, why not, or even better for a couple of nights or 3 nights, or even a larger route around the different areas of the state of Yucatan. So how to get to this area? So as I mentioned, we are not far from Cancun. So Cancun Airport, which is the most or the best connected airport in Mexico, is definitely the main gateway to get into the state of Yucatan. It's only 1.5 hours away from the first destinations in the state of Yucatan. But also, as you can see in this image, there is a very nice road network that is very easy to drive. It's an area of Mexico that is very flat. So it's really easy to self-drive in case your clients want to do that, or also to, to be driven, why not? There's a lot of very nice roads in perfect condition. Very important to mention, this is by far a very safe place. It is same level, crime levels, let's say, to Quebec or Stockholm. So it's really, really a safe place to self-drive during the day and during the night as well. Just wanted to mention that is important. Another way to get into the destinations in the state of Yucatan now, since the month of December last year, there is a new train that is called the Mayan train that connects Cancun, the airport, with many destinations within the state of Yucatan, in particular with Chichen Itza, this very popular archaeological site, and other towns such as Valladolid, and even to the capital city, which is to the west. You can see it there, it's Mérida. So a train is also a very easy way to travel, particularly for families or those of your clients who were probably a little bit hesitant to drive. So now it's really easy just to jump on a train and go into more adventurous areas in the state of Yucatan. Another way to get there also is by road from the southern Caribbean areas, in particular Tulum. There is also a very nice road that goes up and connects all these areas as well. And another very good option is through the airport in the capital city of Mérida. It's an international airport, very well connected, in particular with North American hubs, but also with other very popular destinations in Mexico. Obviously, Mexico City, just an hour and a half away by flight, and other destinations such as Oaxaca or other cities within Mexico. Also important to mention, this airport is connected with Cuba, with La Habana, so that can be also a very nice twin center option for those who want to discover those two places. Or another option is also, for example, with Guatemala. So for those families who are really into archaeology and the Mayan civilization, they can combine Guatemala with a short flight into Mérida's airports and then continue discovering the Mayan world in that area. Within the States, we have a very nice accommodation offer. We have 16,000 rooms all over the state. Most of them are located within the capital city, the city of Mérida, and surroundings. But we also have about 6,000 rooms all over the state, 600 hotels. Important to mention, all over Mexico, in particular in Yucatan, you have some towns that have been named as magical towns. A magical town is a town that has a particularly tourist interest, whether it's because it's very beautiful or because it has some particular history or gastronomy or museums. So those are very interesting places for accommodation as well. In Yucatan, we have 7 of them, and they are located all over the state. So that means that you can stay overnight for, as I mentioned at the beginning, a couple of nights or 3 nights, 4 nights in any of these towns, and then discover different areas of the state without having to come back to the Caribbean side, to those hotels in there. The state is divided in 6 regions that we will go very, very quickly browse today. So one of the most popular is a region called Capital of the Mayan World, which is that region that is closest to the Caribbean side. It's in this area that you can find one of the 2 World Heritage archaeological sites that we have in the state, the site of Chichen Itza, which is one of the new wonders of the world, and it's one of the 19 archaeological sites that we have in Yucatan. 19. So that means that this is only one. It's very well known, but it's only one of 19. But it's still by far the most visited because it's the closest to the Caribbean, of course, and it's one of the most spectacular as well. So this is a very interesting option for kids as well who are interested in that type of areas. In this area, we also have a very beautiful town, the town of Valladolid, which is one of the main accommodation hubs also to go into other places of the state. Then another region is Mérida, the capital city that I've mentioned before. Obviously, we have the airport there. Mérida is one of the 5 biggest cities in Mexico, so it's a large city, but in particular, it has one of the largest colonial centers in the colonial cities in Mexico, which is one of the also most beautiful, very colorful places with a lot of museums, in particular for children. Why not? We have a recently opened museum called the Mayan World Museum, or the Museum of the Mayan World, which is quite a nice, very interactive museum, very interesting to discover this, this civilization that created the zero and was very advanced in terms of astronomy and a lot of different things. It's a very lively city with a lot of culture and a very, very important hub in Mexico for gastronomy, also for children and for adults, of course. Then we're moving south of the capital city, a region called cenotes and haciendas. So what is a cenote? A cenote is a sinkhole, a natural swimming pool. Some of them are underground, some of them are open. We have in the state 3,000. So that means that we have in every corner of the state a cenote. Remember that this area of the world is very warm. But that's what we want for holidays. But in particular, because we have those 3,000 cenotes everywhere, it's very easy to just freshen up in between two different sightseeings, between two archaeological sites of towns. Just jump into a cenote. Some of them are equipped with infrastructure to take a shower, get changed, and then continue on to the next adventure. Very interesting for children. Some of them have zip lines and all sorts of adventures to discover. And in this region also we have the biggest concentration of haciendas. These haciendas are old colonial cities that are now converted into boutique hotels, luxury hotels, spas, and nice restaurants as well to stop or to stay overnight as well. Then we're moving on to the next region in the south part of the state, which is called Ruta Puc. This is the most remote area. It feels really remote. We have also here another UNESCO World Heritage archaeological site, that is the site of Uxmal, one of my favorite, one of the most impressive as well. And in this region, you will find also the highest concentration of Mayan villages where people speak Mayan, they cook Mayan, they think Mayan. So it's also very interesting experience to encounter, even stay with one of those families who will be very happy to teach your clients and the family to local traditions, local, as I mentioned, gastronomy, how to keep the local bee that is very important in the area, the Melipona bee, how to extract the honey from that bee, and many other experiences, unique experiences for the whole family. It's in this region that you can find that kind of experiences. And then we move on to the north coast that I mentioned in the state of Yucatan. We also have a coast. It's not the Caribbean coast, it's the Gulf of Mexico coast. But in my opinion, it's even better than the Caribbean because in here you have, it's all about nature. So you will not find any big hotels in here. You will find only smaller, independent and some boutique hotels as well that are popping in this area. A lot of opportunities to encounter local fauna like the pink flamingos, a lot of reptiles. You can kayak in the day and in the night on the mangroves and see the stars. A lot of activities, very relaxing, and also a lot of water sports. Of course, these are sandy beaches as well. Some of them are gold sand and some of them are also white sand. In particular in this, the last area that we will see today, which is the closest to the Caribbean as well, in the north part of the state of Yucatan, the beaches are as beautiful as on the Caribbean side of Mexico, sandy beaches, white sandy beaches, but again, with just mangroves behind and small hotels, a lot of opportunities to encounter people, learn Spanish, and just eat and cook with them and go to a local market, and a lot of that kind of experiences. You have also very nice spots here that are very famous, like these pink lakes as well. You can go there and do a lot of exploration in those areas as well. Very nice wildlife. Here is just to finish a selection from my colleague, Ivana, who prepared this presentation. She selected 5 of her favorite experiences for children in particular. So one is, I mentioned at the beginning, the Great Museum of the Mayan World in the capital city, interactive museum, really, really interesting to discover this civilization. And then in the southern part of the state, the area, it's a town called Tecash. And in this area, you can find a lot of caves. So it's a little bit more adventurous. You have zip lines and a lot of adventure opportunities in this very, very nice area for children. Then another experience is obviously Chichen Itza, as I mentioned, but Chichen Itza, we have another very interesting option, which is visiting by night. At 8 o'clock every day, you have this video mapping that is interesting for children as well. That is a very respectful video mapping. It is not, it's all about Mayan culture. It shows you you a little bit of the history of the sites, and it also gives you another perspective, a little bit more playful for children, of course. And the heat, obviously, in the night is lower, so more pleasant. And the last experience that she chose is the cenotes. So we have 3,000, as I mentioned before, all sorts of cenotes. Some of them are reserved for professional divers, some are just for families. Some of them are also accessible for wheelchairs and other special needs. Around the cenotes, you also have other activities like biking and zip lining, and you can eat, and a lot of different things. Please follow us on our social media channels. All of them are Yucatan Turismo in Spanish. We are continuously feeding with new experiences, new magical towns, new regions to discover. And we hope we can host your clients soon in Yucatan. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Polo. According to the chat, you've got people convinced, and it's something that they want to partake in a road trip. So you've won there. So thank you very much for that great presentation. Okay, I know that everybody's been busy behind the scenes answering all of your questions. I'm just going to check if we have any that have come up for Polo. Werner has asked, can you send a link of your presentation? So Werner, when I send the follow-up, Polo will be copied in. Just ask him, drop him an email, and he will send it over to you what he can. So he may not be able to send the whole thing, or it may be a Dropbox link or something, but he will help you with that. Andy is asking, are there any direct flights from the UK?
Yes, definitely. So direct flights into Cancun airport. So we have British Airways, TUI is flying there. Virgin, I think they haven't, I think Virgin stopped during COVID. I don't know if they come back, but yeah, definitely British Airways direct flight and TUI, and then very speedy connection with Aeromexico through Mexico City into either Cancun or Merida. So really easy, or through the US as well, as I mentioned before.
Super, thank you. Andrea, you answered a question for Carly. It was about the resort fees, and I'd seen you answered it. She's asked, is that the fee per night or is that per stay? You're on mute.
Per night.
Per night. It was a fee per night, Carly.
Sorry, I missed that.
Okay. Yep, so we're all answered there. If you do have any further questions, please do drop everybody an email once you have received all the details and the copy of the recording. So this is a time of day then. We've finished very quickly today. Everybody was very, very prompt and on time. I know. So yeah, what we're going to do now is, as a reminder, everybody that was on the webinar today gets a prize draw point. If you are the fastest finger with the correct answer, so the first person, you get 10 entries. Then tomorrow morning, I put everybody in a magic spin to win wheel, and it will announce the 3 winners, and I will send this when I send a copy of the recording. So who shall we go first? Andrea, you were the first speaker. So would you like to go first? Just before you do, everybody go to chat and make sure that your drop down says everyone. So Andrea, what's your question?
It's an easy one. The name of the new product that we'll be having in May and June. Someone was preempting me there. Sorry. Because I normally say the same one when I do these, so I changed it.
Okay, so scrolling right back up to the top. So we've got terrace.
Terraces, yeah.
Ah, does it have to be terraces? Or can it be terrace? Your
could
call,
be
your
Oh, it could be the first one, terrace, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's plural because there's more one of them, I suppose, but let them have them because they were quick.
Okay, Pete, you have your 10 points. You'd not even finished with what you were saying. You don't even I talked about, and that was it. So Pete, you've got your 10 entries. Well done. Okay. Nicola.
My question is, where is Jumeirah, Bali located?
Did I have to spell it correctly?
Oh, there's lots of different answers.
Well, I mean, Bali is the obvious one that's obviously not the correct answer. I'm presuming you want the resort.
Yes.
So let me scroll up to the top. So I've got Uluwatu.
Yeah, that is the correct answer.
Okay, so that was spelt correctly as well. Veronique, you have your 10 points. I'm just writing your name down. So super. So Peter and Veronique, you have your 10 points. Yeah, it would have been a little bit easy if it was Bali, but thank you. And Polo.
Mine will be very easy, very, very easy. What is the name of the capital city of Yucatan? Yeah.
That's way too easy. Okay, let me scroll back up to the top. So Greg,
remember, visit Yucatan.
is that the correct answer?
Merida, yes.
Yep.
Well, technically in Spanish is with a you know, a little thing, but yeah, obviously it's the right.
Yeah, I presume I've only just learned how to do them, having lived in a foreign country for 7 years. So
Exactly.
yeah, I think it's pretty difficult
Yeah.
to do typing. So Greg, you are the winner of that one with your 10 points. So I will let everybody know tomorrow with a recording. If you do have any questions, please do let the speakers know. Don't forget, these destinations and hotels are completely trade friendly. They want to work with you. And this is something that you should be supporting back to them. If you do need anything, they're here to help you. I know I've had many emails and phone calls about the hotels that are here. You've always been really, really satisfied. So again, this is showing a true great support. So please send your bookings their way, and anything you need, let them know. Andrea, Polo, Nicola, thank you for your amazing presentations. They were really, really good. And hopefully we'll see lots and lots of bookings in return for you. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming and spending time with us. We love you a lot. So thank you very much. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.